Okay, so I just filmed a whole video and it didn't record, which is actually quite annoying. It is what it is. I can't control it. I'm a one-man production team, so. But yeah, I like this background. It's pretty nice, you know? It's pretty good. I thought I'd make videos out here because I want to make like long-form content to an extent, you know? But talk about more topics in depth. So if you guys like this, let me know, you know? Might as well try it. I don't even know if my phone is going to record again, which is quite annoying. But yeah, I'm going to go check real quick just before I start talking. Okay, so today, on the first episode of whatever the fuck this series is going to be, I want to talk about perspective. Now, you can go through your life in this set mindset. You can go through your daily life in this certain way of thinking. Now, whether that serves you or whether it, causes you some conflict, some inner conflict, I feel like working on that can help you massively. Because changing the way you think and being less ignorant to different possibilities, I think helps massively, because, for example, when I finished school, I thought I needed to make as much money as possible. I thought I needed to do something, so I can earn money, so I can get a car, so I can move out, so I can do all of these things that everyone else does. So I joined a course that was engineering, did that for a year, and throughout that year, I realized that why the fuck am I doing this? Because I'm not happy. So I had to change my perspective. And by changing the way I thought and changing how I felt and how I thought and how I thought I should be doing, thought the process of how my life should go, I changed it by changing my perspective. And I realized, why don't I just do something I love doing? Fuck money to the side. You need money. Money helps you live a healthy, happy life to an extent. Because my personal belief is, what's the point of having a bunch of materialistic things when there's no sentimental value in them? For example, I could have supercars, massive house, nice clothes, all this materialistic things. But deep inside, I might be sad. So all of that materialistic shit means nothing because myself doesn't feel good. I don't feel satisfied internally. So that's why I work on myself more than materialistic things, but that's a whole different point. The point I'm trying to make is, I'm gonna have to keep cutting this video because last time, well, literally 5 minutes ago, it completely forgot that I just was recording a video and my phone decided to turn off. But again, back to the point. I think, where was I? Oh yeah, okay. If you're not fulfilling your soul, no materialistic thing will actually mean anything. And I'm a big believer of that. Because I feel like you could have all the money in the world, but you still might not be happy. I don't think materialistic things bring you any value or bring you any, happiness, true happiness. I feel like true happiness does come from within. And it's not some cliche, cringy thing that people say. I really do think that because, I may not have a lot of money and my financial circumstances have not increased since leaving school. It's relatively the same, but that's not the point. The point is I've been experiencing and learning about myself. And I feel like that's helped me change my perspective. Because my perspective has shifted from trying to achieve these materialistic things like everyone else does and trying to go through life in this basic way to changing it and thinking, why don't I just fulfill myself and fulfill my soul? Do shit that I actually enjoy because I fuck with it. Because I love biology, I love science, I love physiology, I love anatomy, I love anything to do with the body. Pair that with sports, and you've got sports and exercise science. Now I'm going to study that at uni, and I can't wait. But changing my perspective from thinking in a materialistic way to thinking I have to achieve these materialistic things, I have to attain these, things in life to feel happy or succeed, and changing it to just do shit that I actually love and that's how I'll be happy. Help me progress and grow as a person massively. Now, I only might be 19. I've not got a lot of life experience, I'm going to be real, but I just think learning that and changing the way I think helped me so much. And that's why I talk about perspective, because perspective and changing how you perceive everything around you can make so much more of a difference, you know? Because you could have a fixed mindset and thinking only that way, and anything else doesn't work, it's only this. Or you can be open-minded and be open to millions of different possible ways to getting to a similar goal. And I think being more open-minded towards a certain task is better than being fixed-minded towards that task, because if you're only seeing it in one way, you're ignoring all of the other possibilities it could be. And other possibilities could potentially benefit you. So just don't be ignorant. Be open to changing your perspective on things. Because there's things I might need changing my perspective on too. You know, because again, I'm just a kid. I'm learning, just like you. But I think being open to that allows you to grow and progress as a person even more. Because a lot of people grow up and they're trapped in a fixed mindset. And they're trapped in a certain way of thinking, and they don't, you know, bother to think outside of that. Because a lot of people grow up in this fixed way of thinking because their parents have installed this way of thinking on them. Whereas my mum, and this is why I love her to bits, but like, she's always taught me to have my own opinion. Not in a bad way, but have my own choice in the world, you know. Allow me to be open-minded towards possible other possibilities to a certain situation, instead of thinking in a fixed way of I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this. Instead, making me feel like I've just got to do what I want to do. And not a sense of I'm going to go fucking play PlayStation for 5 hours. No. Do what you want to do and you will fucking succeed. Because if you love something, you will have the passion and the drive to make the best out of that thing. You know, look at gym rats, for example, or guys that want a big chest. They get the fucking best bench PRs, they get the best chest, they get the most progress in the gym because they really want that thing and they love that thing. And it might be a niche example, but it's still the same point. If you love something enough, you will go through all of the extra efforts to make it great. And you can learn that through changing your perspective, because you don't have to live in this installed way that everyone does live in. You can live however you want to live. It's just your choice whether how much effort you want to put in. But going back to the point of like people growing up with this installed way of thinking, it doesn't allow you to be open towards other things. It doesn't allow you to change your perspective on what possibly could be. Which I think personally, you know, creates ignorance, and ignorance isn't a good thing because it blinds us from seeing what possibly could be or other possibilities that are in front of us, but we reject seeing them because we only think this is the only way, that's the only right thing to do, nothing else works. And then you just get generations of people thinking like that, when in reality people should practice stopping for a minute. And it's like, I get if you're busy, but I'm sure there's a part of your day where you're consciously in your own head thinking. Spend that time pondering on what your life actually is from a third person perspective. Because then that can help you get a better view on the perspective of everything. You know, I don't even know if I'm making sense. I think I'm making sense. Someone might get what I mean, or I'm just waffling. But the initial point I want to make is being stuck in a certain way of thinking isn't going to help you. By all means, it's not going to help you. Be open-minded to new possibilities. Allow people to change your perspective, because it might help you, you know, and it might help you grow as a person. And no matter what fucking stage of life you're in, how old you think you are, how mature you think you are, everyone still can grow. Everyone still can learn something new, adapt in a different way, change in a different way. You know, no matter your age, no matter your circumstance, no matter your financial fucking status, doesn't matter. We all have something to learn. So don't be fixed in a way of thinking, you know? Be open. Because being like that allows you to grow into the person you should be. But I think I've made a good point. I think I've made a good point. I'm learning. I'm learning. So if half of this video is just waffle, fairs. Fairs. But I want to try it. There's no harm in trying. Because that I was watching this guy, I think he's called like Outdoor Creek I'm gonna have to put him up on screen, but he changed my perspective and I was like, I want to make videos like that. He's the guy everyone says he's like Arthur Morgan on TikTok. Like I see him on Reels sometimes as well, and it's called like Outdoor Creek something, or like Horse Wrangler. He's like an old guy. He's really cool, and his name's Dwayne. Some of you probably know him, or no one's watching this video. So, but he's an interesting guy, and he just talks about things, and I wanted to make videos like that because it's cool. So I just want to use my YouTube channel to make a variety of things because, you know, why not? I need to make more videos anyway. But I don't want to like continuously make gym content. Plus I don't like training, like videoing in the gym. I only video a set every now and then, but I love just watching TikTok audios and lifting heavy weight. So that's why I don't really post a lot of gym videos on my YouTube channel or on my TikTok really. It's just edits of me flexing after the session, because it's like when I train, I really like focusing on just lifting the weight rather than like what I look like, you know, what outfit I'm wearing. I don't care about that. I just want to go in and lift weights. But that's a different story for a different video. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let's hope the fucking camera was rolling, because that would be annoying.